center housing without being able to lift
In the center?
the eccentric shaft.
I think when you get to that point, you need to have a friend over, especially if you're not experienced. If you've done it a few times, you'll know what you can get away with. But for your first time, or if you've got somebody to help you, have them help you. Don't do it yourself. It's just a lot easier.
Sure. So everybody starts saving their coffee cans because eventually everybody's gonna follow suit.
Well, they make coffee cans out of
They're gonna go to a plastic can.
Yeah, they got plastic coffee
One
cans.
won't be a load-bearing can.
All right, so who wants
You guys
to
got load bearing
assemble the motor? Where's Ashley? I think she can do that. You ready to
I'm
do a
already
motor?
gonna do one-on-one with you. You might as well let somebody else do it.
Okay. I'll try. You're up. Let's go. You can do this several ways, but it's a good thing to take these dowel pins, make sure they go freely through the housing before you start. And you want to get them cleaned off so they slide real well.
And make sure the upper one is cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
You got oil that flows through there.
Yeah, this is your oil galley from the back to the front of the motor. A lot of motors will leak there. So start with the front side.
That's the dolphin that everybody's all talking about.
And another little secret, if you're gonna use this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
get yourself a big syringe so that you can fill that crack real quick.
That's a good idea. Nice. We're gonna go around.
Of course, as a factoid real quick, John,
Yes.
when people actually go to tear motor parts, they don't get confused. On the carbureted version, the grooves are in the housings. In the injected versions, the second gens, the grooves are actually in the irons.
Yeah. That's
But
it'd be
an
backwards.
84, 85 GSL SC, it's in the housing.
Right.
Just like
They're-
that.
Yeah, just like that.
basic.
And that's still injected, so.
Yeah, basic
Well,
procedure
that
still
factoid
the
is
same. But
Close.
okay.
Okay, fine, first gen to second gen.
Yeah, I'm pretty much old stuff. I got out of it
Yeah, like in the.
quite a few years ago. Ron kind of took over.
Iron.
Ready? Okay.
This is where rubber gloves really come in handy.
We got 3 seals that we're going to put in. The inner and outer water jacket and the O-ring for that. The way I usually start, put these in here.
Why? Serious?
Get those ready. We're going to run some glue around the outside here and here, because this is a leakage path from the pan out to the side of the motor in both of these places. So we're going to give it a real light coat. Not thick,
Together, so when the
light
engine twists,
coat up here on the surface. Yes. Am I starting on the wrong side? Yeah. That's why we need Ron. Thanks, Ron. I'm always trying to put it together backwards. But go ahead and take a little glue. And just kind of paint the surface really light. I don't want to see a lot. I just want a real light coating. Like that. Said I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to get too much on it.
What causes those water jackets to break, or what would happen if one broke?
Well, the inner ones take a lot of punishment, and they're your cooling jacket O-rings. They're made out of special silicone, and they're layered with Teflon, but they're real close and right next to the heat. And if you overheat the car, those will fail.
a
And
lot of times you'll fold the aluminum.
yeah,
That's why you always want to measure it.
the limiting factor in the motor is that the aluminum housings don't expand at the same rate that the bolts do that hold it together. And they tend to get really tight when it gets hot, and they will crush the aluminum and smash it. When it cools down again, then there's a gap, and then the O-ring can't hold it back anymore.
So because my supercharger my engine gets really hot, but I guess one of those water jackets got damaged or whatever. Probably because the supercharger's running when our motor's so hot.
Yeah, heat is not your friend on these things at all.
There's one right above you, there's one coming down there.
So it came out of the dipstick, steam and everything.
All right, John, did you we got like 6 spiders coming down right now.
Decorated for Halloween. Crawling across the table. Yeah, we killed
Hey, I gotta go to work. Do you mind?
That's fine.
Learning.
Yeah, right there.
Everyone's like,
So if you have a syringe, you can just wheel around there. Makes it
We're
real
gonna have
quick.
that one setting side seals.
You guys should just inject it in.
Learning it.
Fill the groove with glue.
And that's all the glue you're gonna need except for on the.
You sitting there crawling.
It's already exhausted.
they're scared of them. I'm gonna just put one on you, just stand there like.
Everyone that does
Getting inside also with
I gotta
that
find
Get in where?
in,
They don't eat the spiders.
Yeah, I always get inside. I used to warranty my engine for a while. Or overheating like a water cylinder. Don't wipe it out. Because so many of my stuff is on drag strips. The guys ran down the drag strip in the water
I
and
just try not to get too much here, and then we gotta wipe that out with a towel.
they've never had a problem. I use almost the same stuff. Then that looks like it's had most of the solvent evaporated out of it. So
It's kind of thick.
that's really good.
I got another jar. In case that one turned out to be crummy.
Well, when it's brown, that's what you don't want. It's gonna have too much solvents in it.
John, is that threaded inside or just baffled?
Where are you looking at?
In the,
Here?
no.
No, that's French, so you can take them out.
Oh,
When you're pulling apart a motor, those things tend to get corroded and stuck in there.
Because of aluminum against steel.
So.
dude, can you glue any faster?
I was just gonna say,
It's alright.
it's gonna dry by the time you.
No, it's definitely takes a little bit. Just like
Now,
Now. Kind of put that
off around the edge.
You want to wipe around here and you have to be careful because this will cut you. Especially on these old housings that have sharp edges. Just kind of wipe off the over. Okay. Now we're gonna set in these O-rings. Put that one in the corner. Put this one in, and there's a seam in it where it's molded together. You want the seam on the cold side of the motor, and that's going to be where the intake is. So your intake is right up in there, and I usually try to center it where it's got some meat in the housing.
Is that, what gasket's that? Is that just a,
That's your main,
Compression water jack.
yeah.
In the old days, they used to put a little metal sleeve in there around the exhaust, and that was
We had those.
hokey. Oh, you brought some?
Yeah, they came with
You
the
actually
gasket
have some of
set.
those?
They come with the set.
Oh, yeah.
So they're a little stainless steel. They call it a seal protector.
Did we know there was somebody here in a Honda?
All right, this one next. If you stretch it a little bit with your fingers, it'll go in a lot easier. Just kind of pull it a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Kind of gets it warmed up and flexible.
No, it's.
Yeah, and then just put it in the groove.
I got polypropylene
Run your fingers
fixed
around the
up, so
outside.
black one, it's just different. See, now the black one is actually, if you set that in antifreeze, it will swell. That's what it is for. It's designed to hit antifreeze and then swell. Just like in your radiators that have plastic tanks, you take them apart, you're gonna find that same stuff in there. But the other one is strictly for heat.
Okay, here's my question,
Mhm.
and this may be
No,
totally
we won't-
stupid and
we won't
totally
be
irrelevant, but
Maybe I did something wrong.
you've got this seals between the iron and the housing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What seals between here and here?
That's all open to cooling.
So it just
Coolant's
coolant
inside,
flows all
yeah.
through there?
Mm-hmm. That's why they're so messy when you take them
And then this keeps coolant from coming out.
off the back. Take this.
For the
Here.
attention.
Yeah.
Go like that.
So whenever you put these in, it's always, if you're putting used
And
stuff
it'll
in,
give you the space
you don't
you
ever
need
want to
to
use
draw that
those
one back
unless
in.
you use like a lot of ultra gray.
And then when that's done, just take your
They're not
finger
that expensive.
and lightly run it
Depends,
around
man. When you're out on the
And that'll
racetrack,
kinda
sometimes
relieve
you're
the
you gotta
stresses.
work it.
on the seal. So